fight phase between TSM and LUNEX Gaming.
What's up, Josh?
Folks, we'll see. Off the rip. Goodbye
Hey, appreciate it.
Elsa and Gambit. Now,
I don't think you're bald at all. Appreciate that.
That's going to be LUNEX. So
let's
again,
see.
We're going to see if
this is the bans that I like from LUNEX. They ban Elsa. Fuck the Gambit, chat. They ban Elsa and they save Elsa for themselves. That is something that a lot of teams should probably learn. Who cares if you're giving the other team Gambit? Gambit is ass cheeks.
And instead are going to be able to get that Gambit.
He's not, but he's really good, but he's not as good as Elsa, in my opinion.
Work this into their favor because we also saw some teams protect the Gambit and then really not find that success. I mean, even earlier today, we saw that in our first series, right? We want to try to help enable your Gambit so that way you could get the win con on the Rage and Royal Flush. As we take a look at the
Overwatch
next
esports is way bigger than Rivals.
Hover over Tico on that BP. Haven't seen any
wow.
BP, by the way.
A video game that's been
out, saying, if we're gonna see something different,
live for 10 years crazy, is bigger than a video game that's been alive for like a year and
that is going to be the next
3 months.
Banned out. So traditionally here, Shib,
no,
we're seeing a consistent pattern.
Did you know that water is wet?
Gambit, Daredevil, which by the way is still available here, and they hover over the Loki because do they want to deal with the double Rage and Royal Flush? As we try to go over what that next pick is.
Yeah, I mean, it's
wait. What do you mean? So am I?
Allow the wife to come in and pop off.
Wait,
wow. You allow
what does that
mean?
Double
Raging, and it looks like the double Raging's on the table at least. But again, Loki is very much one of those heroes that requires a lot of talent.
Wait,
and focus, and it looks like
is
TSM
dirt dirty?
Do just that. So this might be one of the first times we're going to be able to see
is
the
dirt
double
actually dirty?
Flush in action, and if it can be handled by a team like LUNEX, or if it's going to be too much and force them to change up the next ban phase.
It's like pick your poison. Do you want the
no,
double
there's
Rage
no
and
way.
Royal Flush?
There's no way this guy actually did
that.
that.
Heavy dealing damage rogue, and Star-Lord's the next one too because you usually get the Gambit into the Galactic
2 months ago.
Combo to be able to win.
I wore this shirt. You probably used the AI to do this. The last time I wore this shirt was 2 months ago.
What do you think will be able to stop the front, or the duelist line of Ritas, who looked
he did
yesterday? And
I'm pretty sure he found. I'm pretty sure he used.
The answer to together. TSM does have that.
No, I just checked it out. No.
Will it match up?
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Hey, give me your PayPal, I guess, bro. You deserve $100. I mean, you actually. I'm pretty sure you used AI, but hey, you know what? You actually did go do it.
To ban out the Star-Lord, force him to ban out that Rogue. It's so much used up just for that one safety pick that TSM was able to provide.
I'm a man of my word, bro. Hey, you want it?
Tico on Panther right now. I have no doubt that's not going to be the selection, but hey, I would love to see it. I'd love to.
Someone in my chat said, "Does J3 own any other shirts?" And I said, "I haven't wore this shirt in a month or two." And I told him, "I bet you $100 you won't be able to find me in this shirt." And he found it.
The idea of composition here. Pizza's going to be on that Loki bedtime story. Going to be out there showing that bedtime can dive as well. There's, we've seen BT. I'm actually going to run hit scan. Excuse me. There's that Phoenix matchup we were talking about. What can counter the Elsa and provide more pressure? And Cal on the Gambit. I like this comp a lot with a triple Vanguard.
Okay, Silent Blaze hovering over the rocket, maybe a BRB going down when you take a look at the strats that were banned towards LUNEX. No Mantis, of course, no Gambit, and Jeff. Jeff being another priority that we can see more and more, I think, as the MRI has been going on across different regions, has kind of been a very interesting topic on not trying to force out either a triple strat if you feel like this team is really good at trying to help with the peels, or Logan and Silent Blaze maybe trying to see if they're going to be able to roll out with this because you're dealing with the double Rage and Royal Flush, so you got to stay alive.
Yeah, and that's why we are going to see Rocket. At least maybe for right now, it might just be an armor pack situation. I'm not sure if the change is coming through.
Does your name start with an A?
Rocket in the past, I believe Silent Blaze is on controller, if I'm remembering correctly. But so yeah, we're just likely going to be playing some of those heroes that's more tailored to the controller side of things. We'll see what that looks like coming out. It is going to stay the Rocket right now. So the idea for the side of Logan and LUNEX is it's going to be dicey. You got to save that freeze cooldown. You do not have the team up with Fox to give yourself another answer. You got to have insane positioning, and your team's got to be playing around.
Does your name start with an A?
Because you will not have those Loki crystals. You will not have that Gambit movement to self-peel. It's going to be a tough battle.
Yes? Okay.
But if Logan can
Just
do it
making
properly,
sure.
it'll be huge for LUNEX as the game begins right now.
Get ready on the thing, though. Nice little note with that triple.
Okay, I'm giving you 100 USD. You're getting your conversion, okay?
Right there to try to help ground him. It doesn't even matter because Pizza Demon, he didn't want to try to send out those empty. Got immediately deleted, and Bedtime Story was able to give more of that information. And TSM are just getting torn apart in this first fight with LUNEX Gaming taking control of the point.
Somebody stop the symbiote. This dude is
Alright,
just
there you
popping
go.
off early on,
That'd be
waiting
it.
for crystals to
Just
get
sent it
popped
to
and
you.
immediately
Sorry.
committing.
Okay, let's get this.
Excuse me,
It's a
finding pizza.
booba.
And then another 2 picks after the fact, after the re-engagement. Drops away, gets health from
It's
the
a
back line, and
booba.
just re-engages.
It's a
Talking about
booba.
Logan
It's a
staying healthy and
booba.
staying in the back line. They didn't even have that much pressure because the entirety of LUNEX was on top of their heads before the fight even started.
Now you're noting why that was no Jeff. They were expecting the Venom to come out from Iffy, who's an insane Venom that we've seen thus far too, and they didn't want to have that team up, but it doesn't even matter here. When nobody also contesting Silent Blaze, who has his BRB ready to go, they back away just in time with Gale now going over onto the Phoenix to do at least some sort of pressure for the teammates from LUNEX that are spread apart.
Guru playing that thing using the Yancey Street to just keep the team up. But right now, the pick comes in from Tico on to bedtime story. One goes down, and again, numbers up here for LUNEX with ult advantage. TSM got to regroup and try again. Out goes the Glartrox. It finds a 3-piece, and down goes TSM once more. LUNEX keeping the pressure.
Yo,
up
Mr.
and
Rizzler,
walking
appreciate
them
my
back to the
5 good
door.
subs, my friend.
This
Hey,
angle
so
tight
I
as
don't
that
get called a
teleporter does not
fucking
start.
liar.
55%, they might be able to stop him. They're electing to drop backwards now, I believe, because they know that portal's
Wait,
just about to
you
come
guys
back up.
see it?
Good comms by them to not play too aggro. If they do elect to take that portal,
Oh,
then no,
god damn it. You
they
guys
are
can't
not,
see
at
it.
least not so
Whatever.
far.
GG's, chat. I tried.
Still holding on to it here. Cow is very close to that Raging Portal flush, but Luke is trying to mark
No,
them.
what
It's
the
free to
hell?
be. I'm sorry, but Tico in the back
I
finds bedtime
brave
story
with
right at a different off angle.
50 gifted subs and Mr.
Backwards
Rizzler
once
with the
more.
5 gifted.
LUNEX still
Absolutely
with a slight ult advantage. And we're gonna
insane.
see a lot
Massive
of
W.
commitment
Hey,
here as Raging
5
Roar
gifted
plus
subs or
available
more
to
are
the
35% off,
second
chat.
one. But the team
Absolutely
needs to ensure they
insane.
find value off of this first pick because there will be
Insane.
an
I
answer
brave.
for
I
dance
appreciate it. You're
floor. Tones will have
crazy,
cap
bro.
freedom charge. There will be a C
That is
available.
very
There's a
brave
lot
of you.
that they can do. Gale with the engagement, able to find one that is huge for Gale. Out goes that dance floor. The sun comes through. Silent Blaze
shit,
is
you know what? I haven't
just
been paying
holding
attention
right
to
now,
this.
knowing there's way too much commitment.
LUNEX is
Sia,
dominating
but
right
that
now.
Inferno
Oh,
is out. So
shit.
now that Phoenix used ult, he can feel confident using that. Iffy with another pick onto Cal. There's going to be more value, but Pizza copies up and starts once more with another Royal Flush. And that is still going to be a back and forth, but Tico is the next one to set the pace. Goodbye to BTS.
Wait, chat. I just want to show you guys something. Hold up. I want to show you guys
LUNEX are playing
something.
this so well. Silent Blaze, honestly, the MVP and holding on to that BRB. You talked about it perfectly, Shib. You see that the Yedsong Inferno's ended. You go ready and you put down the Tia. And
I
you
just
win
want.
another team fight.
I am
No
a fucking
consensus from
genius.
TSM in
They
the
should
first
give
round.
me billions of dollars and hire me as a coach, chat. The other LUNEX banned Elsa, and they saved Elsa for themselves. Guess what? TSM has fucking Gambit. They just got 100 to 0. Elsa is stronger than Gambit. Why is no one thinks with their Brian? Ban Elsa. You save Elsa. Other team know Elsa. You win. Nah.
When if he's literally diving
Bro.
into your back line, but then you're getting torn apart.
Yes,
clicking behind
use your
you, not allowing
Brian.
Your team to feel enabled. Guru hovering over the Doctor Strange here, maybe trying to go for an early portal play so that way they could get set up even earlier.
Yeah, I like what Gilbert's doing. You gotta commit.
It doesn't make
I was
any
gonna say
sense.
commit
Why
with
are
the dive.
teams
Looks like
so
he gets to make the
scared to
first
live and
sidewalk, so
die
that's gonna be the new
on
dive route. They're not gonna stay
Elsa?
up there.
If you
Double there.
ban
You
Elsa
gotta
for
try
the
to
other
trade
team and
back
save it for
lines,
your
'cause
team,
right
guess
now,
what? You can still
there's
play it.
so
The other
much
team
on
doesn't
your
fucking
back
have
line.
it.
You need to try to do the same to them. They're trying to protect, and it's just not working. So that's the change that needs to happen. I'm curious if it's gonna work out, but I like the idea.
Oh, that is what they're going to do. They're going to try to open up immediately with that. Maybe try to contest here up on the high ground where Ritas is trying to get some information together with Tones, looking to dive on the same opponent together with a 3-2-1. And they try to cut off at least their entry position between LUNEX. Interesting. And they find Blaze. Silent Blaze literally gets jumped up on the high ground. So down now, an entire strat, which means they also don't have that BRB.
Yeah, good commitment there by TSM to make a play early on, get them up in numbers. Ritas, though, oh my goodness, so much damage goes out. The patty caking for days, staying healthy. Gilbert Noodle able to find one onto Tico, and that's another number.
Good dive.
Here. As Silent Blaze comes back, the BRB is out and ready. So the next
Wait, this guy's on controller. Silent Blaze is a support player on controller chat and pro play. Yeah, someone was asking, is there any controller players?
Point advantage in numbers, and now TSM is figuring things out. Iffy going to be res with that BRB, so they will stack faster and come back as a unit.
I like backing away here from Tones, though. Just regroup, wait for everybody. Look how much the foundation crumbled the moment that they dove and jumped Silent Blaze at the very beginning here for TSM. Now they're about to have a good amount of ultimates online in just winning that neutral fight just based off the portal. And LUNEX are just trying to take this slow because Tico, he's got that Apex.
Guru and Gale are now pros, semi-pro.
Yeah,
I would consider them pros. They're signed to a pro team. They're getting paid to play the game. I would consider that pretty pro.
Some of this stuff, especially if you think you can wait for the Rocket.
I don't think that's semi-pro.
On this point right now. now. LUNEX is almost, oh, you can't allow that if LUNEX just takes the point from them before any fighting begins. Bedtime, able to find Tico, looking for another. Seeing that BRB is huge find. Noticing the rocket healing from back there. Gonna make that chase happen, but Ritas is gonna be able to find Pizza Demon. Do we see more play here? No, nobody. Still even trades right now. The BRB obviously not up and available. Logan starts the dance floor. Guru holding on.
Nice survivability. Wow. Great survivability by that Daredevil.
Ritas and Tones find two more, and now LUNEX will retake it home.
Logan with a dance off, restabilizing LUNEX.
Oh, you know what I forgot to say? LUNEX does have Tones. I don't know who Tones is, but that guy is a demon on tank.
On finding that pickoff onto Silent Blaze.
Yeah, I mean, you can't give the point before you commit the fight. It just gives them even more time. Now they were even in percentage before they even lost everybody. TSM needed to stagger and just try to hold and just buy time on that point to get percentage and know that they lost the fight at that point, but instead losing it halfway through and then committing stuff is just unfortunate. Just unlucky timing as Iffy finds one, Ritas and Tico find three, and you can't let the momentum affect you now if you're TSM. LUNEX is going to be down in ult, but they do have that freedom charge, which can build ult quickly for the backline.
TSM is Team Solomon, yes.
Here, especially when you're looking at Pizza Demon and Gilbert Noodle, who have both of their ultimates. Beast of the Abyss with that big anti-tones right there to help back up Logan and Silent Blaze. Keep your eyes, too, on Tico, who's going to be able to try to take a different off angle. But look behind you instead. TSM are looking to try to backcap Gilbert Noodle, trying to play a little tricky, forcing LUNEX to give up their aggression in this choke.
There's the commitment. Down goes the feast. Onto the strategist like we're talking about. Great work there by the side of Tones to get back and keep the team healthy with that freedom charge. Immediately committing. But out goes BTS with a huge ult. Able to find Logan. Talking about that pressure on to the Luna. And it does work exactly like we had mentioned. Is now going to try to find the
damn, he solo ulted the Luna and the Luna just got res. So that ult was like, he got the res out, I guess.
Now here comes the commitment from Daredevil onto the back line. Is able to escape now. If he going to commit with the Feast of the Abyss, is that one point value. And now the Raging Royal Flush. Everything is committed in this fight. TSM needs to win this to move forward in this matchup. But LUNEX doing a great job just spending time and stalling, knowing they still have points.
All that dance of the Cutterfly used up just for the BRB to bring back Logan, and now have the dance off to keep the sustain. If he finds another victim here, the rail comes crashing down, and before it sinks the ship, the rest of LUNEX have wrapped up around TSM. Only so much the Namor can do before they drop like flies, and LUNEX are looking to take this map.
Wow.
LUNEX looked so strong there.
LUNEX looks really strong. Remember, LUNEX is one of the teams that won through MRC. They weren't invited like TSM and a lot of these other invited esports teams. They had to grind and make it. And they're rolling right now. TSM.
Logan is such a good strategist too, right? Even though we saw him go down that one time, that BRB, the cover.
TSM ain't looking good right now. No. Put the stats away, man. Put the stats away. Stop.
The difference between the backline that was harassed by Iffy, who was a huge MVP in my opinion, in the way that they were able to be so impactful. Tones didn't even go down a single time.
Yeah, I mean,
this is disrespectful. Put the stats down.
So good on the side of LUNEX. They just are applying so much pressure. They're very comfortable in this kind of meta where they're running this cap, running this Venom, and just keeping on the pressure of the backline. I mean, you look at Logan, I need to shout this out. We talked about being, one of those strategists that's kind of in danger against a dive meta. And then only going down twice is a testament to some insane positioning. You talked about the few picks that did go through on a Logan where BRB'd right back and then coming back in with an ultimate, not committing the ultimate too early. That just takes another level of strategy.
Hey!
Again,
W, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Shirk said,
it's another example too.
Holy W, man of his word. Oh my god, actually, thanks, WJ3. I will use this money to pay for the uni bucks. Hey, congratulations, bro. The money's going to a good place. I'm glad you didn't say, I'm going to go use this money for drugs. Jay, can you give me 500 for some Fent? Wish I had 500, chat. The best I could do is some crackers and a cup of water. Oh, we're only on oh, wait, we're on a 2-minute break? What kind of crackers? The crackers that you put in your mouth and chew, and then like you really need a sip of water because they were really fucking dry. Mm-hmm. Nice. Can I get the water? I got you guys. The best I could do is toilet bowl water. Is that okay? It's where I make my wine. Animal crack. Hey, I can fuck with some animal crackers, bro. Animal crackers are good. Toilet water in Denmark is drinkable. There's no way. There is no way the toilet water... How do you even know this? Because I don't think anyone's actually trying it. No. There's no way people are actually... Any liquid is drinkable. Just because any liquid is drinkable doesn't mean you should drink it. Stop playing this stale-ass game and come back to Overwatch. I would rather have someone watch me, not for the game that I play, but for me. So, think about that.
Welcome back, everyone. Zoe here, joined by Ship and Vicky, and we just got to see a dominant performance from LUNEX, a team that really impressed us yesterday already in their opening match. And honestly, they didn't miss a beat. They continue exactly on that same trajectory, playing very aggressive, well coordinated, being so aware of their win condition. This is such...
I know someone who washes their feet by flushing them in the toilet paper. Well, you should do you should do yourself a favor and try to unknow that person.
A lot higher than most people have put them.
These MRC teams are surprising me, right? Like, Vicky, these MRC teams really did come in hot. I think we all kind of assumed they'd struggle at this level of play, but I think they have drive. I think that's kind of really helping them. They just want this, and if you want it more, and you can show up in these moments, what do you think?
Can that just be the power-up, though? Like, the sleeper power-up, right? You don't have as much pressure in representing, like, such a prestigious org, right? So now you kind of could just go and unleash, and now you find yourself having more
Central Park, chat. Central Park.
To prove to the crowd who may have been sleepers, and you come out of left field, and you're dominating here. LUNEX Gaming really popping off versus TSM in that Krakoa match, but we are moving on to Central Park. And Chip, I want you to talk about what you were mentioning to me in the break, because I think it's a very good idea. You were kind of hinting at it at the very beginning before that first map, but it's important to know how TSM usually plays.
Yeah, to be honest, if I'm TSM, what I do is I would ban out all the dive struggle and not worry too much about things like Elsa Gambit, because you feel comfortable in that poke. The Venom, the DD, that should be your priority, because you know that you can contest that kind of poke style better than you can with the dive. I think Venom is getting infinite value, and I think Venom is a slept-on ban right now that is not being banned out in the NA or North American regions like at all. So my personal take is we'll see more of that as the season goes on, because he just gives way too much value right now.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is TSM just needs to prioritize the bans in order to shut down the dive from LUNEX.
Exactly. Perfect.
Okay.
What do you think, Vicky? Anything I'm missing?
On paper, so easy.
Nope. No, I don't actually. And I feel like if you're going to have to prioritize, like, having your Gambit on your team, look at the way that, like, we saw the answers from the other side, right? Like, LUNEX was always on top of it. Tico was popping off. Regis was constantly diving that back line. You're going to
I think there's better characters to ban than Venom. You can't ban Venom. Some teams have done it, but I think there are better characters to ban than Venom.
Finding your own way, because Gale then is
Gambit, Daredevil, Elsa,
point, bedtime story was
sometimes Groot,
we saw him take care of the
Loki,
once,
some supports. Hey, Toxic Bombers for 5 months. Absolutely insane. I appreciate it. Loving the streams. It's great to watch at any point. Hey, what's up, Tommy? I appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate you being here.
I think we saw the forced utilization of like crystals early on from Loki from the dive. There's that much presence that quickly, and your force use cooldowns that fast.
How do we feel about having a host? Seems like one person too many. No,
like you're saying, even through the
I think 3 people is fine.
We're getting picks on Gambit instantly, and that just gets rid of the whole ultimate.
Yeah, this is match point for LUNEX. Our MRC.
And three is not bad at all. If you go to 4 might be a little too much.
Let's find that.
But no, that's not bad at all. if you look at sports shows, sometimes sports shows have 4.
Things change here, Vicky. We
Or-
gave our
or even
thoughts, we
more.
gave our opinions. I'd like to see TSM step up here and push us to game 3. Got a lot of friends on those teams. I know they're strong, very similar to LUNEX. I love seeing these guys up at the top of the ladder, really showcasing the power of these heroes
Okay,
to
chat.
another level.
Last game, man. I mean,
match
not
2,
last game, but
Central
I think LUNEX is gonna do the same thing. I want to see if TSM does the same stuff.
Players that
Yes.
have always shown us shit
Ye-
that
oh,
they
they backed away, chat. They backed away. They hovered it for a second, but then they backed away.
The essence, and now you have LUNEX Gaming, our team from the MRC, sitting at.
Oh,
max point. The double
TSM,
Elsa ban comes out,
thank
though,
you.
And that's the shutdown that we were wondering we were
TSM
gonna see from the very
actually
beginning.
is not gonna sit there and do Gambit as Gambit as well. They're gonna take him head on and do the Elsa ban. Nice. Now this is a game, chat. This is a game. They're probably gonna protect Gambit though. Ban Gambit now. Save Gambit. You could do that. You could do that.
And we're gonna see the lock
You-
here on
yeah.
the next side of that
Yeah.
ban
Oh
board.
my god.
Something
Chat.
that we actually saw a lot
Chat.
of teams start banning out a lot more.
I can predict the
often here.
future.
We saw it just in our last game.
They're
too.
gonna save
Sticking
it.
to that though, with no Gambit
save
to
it.
play. TSM wiped that off the floor, so
Sa-
LUNEX
yeah,
cannot
save it.
capitalize. Instead, they hover over it. It
uh-huh.
didn't really work out for them.
Hit
It could've been
confirm.
a cow if he
Oh
sticks
my.
to it, so it looks like that is the same thing that he's gonna be slotted into.
Yeah, and we're going to see the removal now because they are going to get that Gambit. Similar story as what we saw before. No more Rogue.
Come on, man.
You know how powerful Rogue can be. At least they floated it. They might change their mind. You know what? They said
They're
yeah,
learning
so
on like
Vanguard
FlyQuest.
pool's
That's
a little
true.
too strong,
I don't know
and
why
right now, I think they
FlyQuest.
are
I don't know who
really
their
big
coach
again.
is, but they need to.
It comes
They
down
need
to
to
the
look at
pick
their
and ban phase.
coach.
It is so important. I mean, even within your
At
own
least
respective games,
TSM
everybody
is
in
changing
ranked
their
like this
bans
is
up
where
and
you could be
changing the
losing
way
games
that the
if
game.
you are
That's
not
good.
making this pick and ban phase properly, especially when it goes into a snake draft similar to this before it gets the reset in the middle part of that 4th box. We see the Loki hovered, and it's going to be the double Loki ban back to back. You see the Gambit, you don't want to work with it, and since they haven't banned Gambit on the other side, LUNEX do not want to risk dealing with a double Gambit.
True. That's good.
Yeah, but they did open the window to allow them to be running that Rogue, which is going to be something different, at least so far in this banning phase, to shake things up. Obviously, the map choice here, TSM, is going to be loving that Central Park. I think this is, there's a lot of different things that can be run at this map. Again, we talked about seeing some flyers even in the EU side of things today on this map.
Probably
There's
like
just a lot of different
Star-Lord,
settings on the
Daredevil,
top side. You got
Invis.
defense, you
Okay.
can play around those
That's
pillars
good.
on point
Can ban
one.
another support.
But
Invis
either
is
way,
good support
we're
to
gonna see
ban.
removal
I like
of
it.
Invis now, making it even
What are they
more
gonna
valuable backline,
Central
their only
Park
options.
Convergence?
Yeah, that's why you also see
What are you gonna
Loki
say? You
prevailing
could
on a
save
map like
Groot.
this. So
You
many
could
different
save
angles
Daredevil
you could get
yourself
off the
if you
table.
want.
No Invis as well. Prio, as we see the last protect over from LUNEX Gaming side. We saw them try to prioritize, the Daredevil before, which really allowed them
they
to
saved
pop off.
Jeff.
No more
That's a
else
good
on the
pick.
table, and it's going to be the Jeff instead.
I think,
Why would you
Jeff is in a
save?
similar boat for the dive comp, right? They like.
How is
being able to have
Rogue
someone
in
back
any way
there healing
useful?
through
Rogue
the
and
dive
Gambit
and
very
just
strong.
kinda committing
Also,
with them,
Rogue.
forcing out
I think
different
Rogue
levels
is
of
a
ultimate
character not to
speed
be
boosting.
slept on
That's
right
the
now.
key at
Rogue
this
is very
elo. I mean,
good.
if you get a speed boosted
Her
DB
team-up
running
ability,
after you, it's a
chat,
whole nother
very
level of
good.
terrifying.
Very
Speaking about
strong.
nightmares, but we can see what they're floating now, right? Is across the board. There will
Ain't
not
no
be an
way.
Elsa in the lobby.
Yeah.
But I'm liking what I'm seeing at least so far. I mean, I don't know if LUNEX is running this, but they've got some cheeky stuff shown.
There's.
Was this a bait? Was the protect on the
What
Jeff
in
the
the
bait,
world am I
expecting that
looking at
Daredevil
down
ban
here,
to
chat?
come through? Because
The
you know that if
Moon
they couldn't ban
Knight?
out that Daredevil, Regis was going to come out on
The
that
Iron
hero
Man?
anyways.
Yeah, and we're seeing now. I mean, we always get baited, you and I, with these, right? There's some cool stuff they show. I'm like, there's no way they actually come out the door. I do think this is a really good group map, but I still don't think into this specific comp they're actually going to run it. We haven't seen so much of it. Groot does a great job when there is a lot of commitment, a lot of brawl and stuff, just isolating lines of sight because they're not going to have a lot of damage to burn walls and becomes a second priority. And if you do
It's
forget
my
about
baby
those walls,
cat.
it's infinite value.
It's
But
my
yeah, you
baby
see now
cat.
the defensive side
Overwatch
TSM
is
is going to
better.
be running Thing. They've got the Gambit.
And yet you're here.
Star-Lord, which I think is a great pick because he can fit into a lot of these different comps with dive, with brawl, with poke. And then you have, obviously, the heartbreaker out there herself, Rogue, with that damage boost, with that team up. I'm looking forward to seeing how it performs against this team.
Talent Blazer showcasing his knowledge around the Animal Crossing backline. I was going to say, maybe the Stark Protocol could come in clutch. I mean, with the amount of Ultrons now that we're seeing, Reed is sticking and committing to the Iron Man. Our second Iron Man in the back-to-back. I'm rubbing my eyes. Am I dreaming right now with the call-up and just trying to find out where everybody is? Literally the most American
They are bro.
we have for our day 2.
Bro, LUNEX thinks he's him. He thinks he's Amazing, bro. He thinks he's Sentinels. Let's see it.
You essentially stay in that form forever. And a lot of folks think laser is the way, but just the primary left click, when you have a damage booster like that, a lot of AoE potential, giving you more KO potential. As we're saying, that Guru is just deleting.
Oh, well, there goes the Iron Man.
One up here for TSM early on in the fight, setting the tone.
Just heading up Garrett, though, with Ritas being the first one knocked out. You wonder, right, we're going to see that swap up coming out. That's what I was expecting. Okay, a little bit more traditional. We get to see more of that Psylocke with Cal being on the white box, too. Moon Knight coming out of Tico, though, is just so that way you can try to break through this choke, expecting
Jeff is not really that bad,
a double Vanguard to really come out to play. And the triple Vanguard here with Guru already trying to take the fight closer to this choke. That's what I like to see before backing in, because Pizza Demon is close to that Raging Royal flush. Oh!
Going down early.
Nice pick.
We're going to see the commitment
Huge pick.
Out of the back line, and Tico is holding on to ult available too. They might want to combine here with the Groot Knight combination, and Iffy switching over to that Groot, doing exactly what I discussed, placing walls out. They become a second.
Let it be known that Gale Punisher is open.
They cannot pressure through.
Playing Punisher in ranked compared to a competitive tournament, completely different, chat.
And again, these walls are dominant. They have not found a way through. What a play here by LUNEX with the Gambit number falls, the Raging Royal flush, and there goes the ultimate. Can they clean through it? They do. What a pick there on a Pizza Demon.
No, Iffy is having their own highlight reel themselves, because he has been on
I think the only person that ran punny was
beginning. A man of many words. I am Groot. They wiped
Virtus Pro.
Here, just one last member, a slight little stagger onto Guru, and now LUNEX Gaming start moving on to this payload.
Yeah, I made a call that I said if any of these Groots hit some fat ults, I might have to buy the team skin and showcase it. And right now, LUNEX, that was a crucial ult. May not have been the biggest, but getting rid of Gambit in that moment with Prio, knowing that the cards have been utilized, likely counting cooldowns like that, was a genius and smooth play. Gave them the point. 4 minutes for point 2 here.
A lot of time to work.
I do know Gale has a really good Hulk for some reason.
To try to retake this point, but Ritas is ahead of them, tries to catch them, but finds the Gambit here together with Iffy. Ritas backing away, also force out Cal to utilize that white box ultimate, and with Happy Holidays, maybe a little too early, finds at least one with the Galactic Legend, stopping Iffy, who's been a menace onto that back line.
And BTS, I did say I think this pick is good, right? Because this is kind of fits into everything, and it also plays into his strength.
Almost got that Jeff in a one clip. Wow.
Taking out Guru early on. Gilbert Noodle finding one here on the cap, looking for Silent now, who's able to escape at least for a moment. Gale with some pressure on a Tico right before that pack.
Ooh! Right before the health pack. Oh, that's a tilter, bro. Have you guys ever in like Overwatch or Marvel Rivals ran to a health pack and you're about to pick it up and then you died right on it and your body just hits the health pack? Bro.
On the Hulk, we're seeing a lot more Hulk
dude,
this time around.
that is a tilter, bro. That is a tilter.
Before making that swap up over to the white box too. Gale gets stunned. Look at the damage out right now that Gale is taking for trying to back away.
Am I 2 minutes behind?
Pick here too,
I'll catch up
does
anyways.
have the anti-heal ready.
Yeah, that ult was a little cosmetic. Not much you can do in front of that many people. The idea was there, but that was just so much damage so quickly. And here goes the Raging Royal flush. Can they find some value off the back of that? The pick comes through here. Gale finding one on the Logan.
Nice.
And Song Inferno, bang, lands. Does not find too much value just yet, but the team is still holding on right at the spawn door. This is the TSM we need to see here if you are a fan of TSM.
But meanwhile, Logan and Silent Blaze close to those ultimates to try to break through this chokehold, but my eyes are on Bedtime Story. He's gonna be flying around. He's got that Galactic Legend ready. Guru opening things up first, though, terrorizing that backline. Cal trying to go in and slide through with these claws before backing away. They don't want to try to overextend. They're trying to count out on where LUNEX Gaming is, specifically Bedtime Story, who has the Galactic Legend.
Oh!
You know what? You don't miss when you're in this ultimate, so you won't get the effect of the constant missing ability, but I think there still kind of was the fear there. He didn't want to hold left click in that moment. Read it.
Have you ever been a TSM fan? Me, personally, no.
In favor of LUNEX, who now has ult advantage just slightly. Cal, though, with the Fox in there.
But I like that my friends are on the team. So that's a W.
Huge start, but the Chef goes down. Out goes a huge iframe here from Gale to hold on a point. Looking for a pick.
I have been a fan of the orgs who pick me up as a streamer. Those are the teams that I really like.
We'll find out in a moment.
slams him down to the floor, takes a lot of damage, but with the right to Royal Flush from Pizza Demon, it's not enough with the sustainability onto Gale. He's booted into the Bruce Banner form while Tico goes in for a reset. TSM, the back-to-back, but the slam down off of Regis.
This is a really good hold by TSM, even though they lost first point like right away.
Onto Cal. Coming back together, it's gonna be Gilbert Noodle with the freedom charge, hailing everybody.
Wait, LG included? Yeah, I was with LG for 4 years, chat.
Leave this corner for so long, Shib.
Yeah, I gotta say it again. TSM found their footing. They're finding a comp that works for them, and shout out because it's looking really good. Despite the fact, you know, that right now they're getting walked down a little bit. They do not have all the advantage. What a shot there by BTS. Ew. Do I see more? What an escape in the moment too. But yeah, they're starting to come into their own into this meta. This is the kind of comp you need to run into a more divey style composition. You need to be brawly. You need to be ready to just tackle them on team, play aggro with your ultimates, stall the point. The point is barely moved. It was over 4 minutes, and we're at 28 seconds. Well done by TSM. LUNEX, though, with ult advantage, could make something happen.
Gale's not enough. This is the Gale that we have seen so many times. The Hulk is out. He's upset. And LUNEX have all the answers, though, to deal with it. Tones is going to be able to open things off with that tank full ultimate, but taking everything with the Heartbreaker. It's going to be Guru. Gilbert Noodle falls incredibly low. He gets saved for now. Cal backs away. And with the Happy Holidays, do they have the answer? Gilbert Noodle finds it in the process.
Wow. The fact that no one died when he was ulting there is crazy, but they ended up not even touching the point, bro.
Yeah, TSM.
That is crazy.
Like that can get this season done and look at doing it. I mean, I think this is the confidence booster they needed. But again, this is very much a defensible position. We've seen holds here on point one plenty of times before. I will say, though, it's pretty difficult to hold the second point that tight to the spawn with that much advantage. But somehow they did it. I can see the momentum shifting back in their favor. Will they be able to press through point one, though?
Literally, though, because when you usually see a hold on that second point, you usually have teams that could move up and try to control that left side corner from the defensive side. But you'll have at least enough time with the way that we saw.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, we are behind chat, but... Wait.
To see what they elect to do on both sides off the rip here.
It says I'm live.
TSM can decide their... A little bit, so you can see what they're running.
You guys say, chat, I'm not 2 minutes behind.
Switch though over to Hulk. Actually, no, back to Vampel. I was gonna say I was surprised.
It literally says live.
But this is one of those rare occasions that we haven't seen as much value from Vampel as we normally would. And I think there's just so much pressure.
It's literally live. What kind of shit are you guys smoking?
They're just playing full like beef comp on point. That there really is no.
Chat, we're not behind.
Find an off angle onto a strategist.
I feel like it's also like the threat of Gale, who is trying to juggle them around, bounce them like a basketball here.
Damn, you're still live from last night? No, this is a different stream. I went to bed last night. I had like 6 hours of sleep. Oh shit, I just noticed. We are on an 11-hour stream chat, and we're...
Has been popping off before. Logan already getting set up on the high ground. A note where TSM wants to roll out.
We're to see what happens here. Ultimates are beginning to charge. Slight advantage on the side of LUNEX, who's holding this tight. Gale already taking off and getting onto point. There's a lot of chaos already happening. This is exactly what a brawl comp.
Yeah, we've been streaming for 11 hours, bro. Yesterday was 14 hours. Today's 11. 25 hours between today and yesterday. And we have another probably 14 tomorrow. It's going to be fun.
Wow.
Look at Gale, bro. Look at Gale, dude. Gale's a crazy-ass fucking Hulk, bro.
Unfortunately, once again, the tank will just not finding that value. Meanwhile, Regis comes flying in today, and LUNEX are trying to clean up the point. Regis can only do so much before finding Cal isolated in the backline. Is going to be able to teleport back to the safety of one of their teammates before Tico tries to back away because they want to try to re-engage with this portal from Tones.
Yes, this is the same Gale from Overwatch.
Yeah,
yes,
the life is very much back for TSM, but LUNEX, even through that early loss in numbers, still held on, and that just shows a testament to the team feeling confident and being able to rely on comms. The portal coming through, though, is a cooldown that they're very happy to burn. They will not be able to get that cooldown back unless it's deep into overtime. A 3-minute cooldown, only 2 minutes and 40 was when it was launched. They need to hold that OT for 20 if they even want a chance to portal back once more. And forced onto Strange, who I do think is strong, especially since Logan is also on that invis. Here goes the Raging Royal Flux. They need to find value out of this if they want to push through point one, and they do just that as Tones and Logan goes down. Guru is going to use that team up there on the side of Rogue to find more value, but even through that great stacking as the team now should likely be taking point one, heavily up in numbers.
You don't even need a combo in general because even if you have like Electric Legend together with the Raging Royal Flush, you have Cal coming in to clear the rest of the point together with Gale, who is just juggling the rest of LUNEX. They get this payload moving finally. I mean, now they already had to use up the portal, but a great stall does come out from the Venom. They try to bounce him back away. They try to get the grab, but they still haven't been able to fully flip the point.
Wow.
Oh my, what a read.
How many times do you repeat that line, J3? Yeah, we get it. They're fucking good. Yeah, bro, they're fucking insane, dude. That's fucking crazy, right? They're really good.
With a minute and 37 on, and they completely own this point. Bad time, able to find Regis, though. Still holding on to that ultimate. Logan says, I'll take.
Like, did you see that? That's fucking crazy, bro.
Even in numbers with ult advantage, there is going to be the answer from the Meteor M from Iffy, though, which is likely what he's holding on to.
Holding on to for like Electric Legend too. If he's just holding to see where he's gonna try to contest from the high.
Is this the last game for the
night?
night? No.
To play. If he gets stunned, he uses a Meteor M. Can they find him? Tones also has the ante with a piece of the abyss before you see Gale jump in. Pizza Demon in some trouble. And with the Sia, that's a lot of damage coming up from LUNEX as they once again are shutting down TSM. Look how close they were to originally flipping that point. And LUNEX have been able to trickle in to stop them time and time again.
Silent Blaze's BRB, again, more and more value. They're finding these picks and they're thinking to themselves, we're up in numbers, commit, and then the pick is gone because the BRB is there, and that just...
Yo, come on, TSM. You cannot do such a great hold and then fumble the bag, bro. You gotta complete the story. You gotta complete it, bro.
Retakes, using the Venom to the best of his ability from Tone to buy more time. And a huge opportunity with the dance, the Cutterfly from Tico. Here comes the Feast. Gambit charging in with the Rage Royal Flush. Naps on back. The team stacks together as Gilbert. Noodle finds the pick first onto Logan. And they're still walking. Is that going to be enough now? Looking at Venom with no HP. Does use that E cooldown very low. And Gilbert Noodle.
There's no way he lives. Okay, I was about to say.
It's the fact that he was trying to live for so long looking like a cockroach. It's a Galactic Legend before Cal now splits his attention and gets the charm pick off of Iffy. Regis to the sky.
They capped. They capped. That nice chat. Hey, 2.5 minutes to push it 53 meters. 53 meters, chat.
Beautiful watch. A ton of back and forth play here. Compositional switches trying to find solutions, and the teams are doing just that. TSM with 2 minutes and 13 seconds here to push this just a few more meters. 20 more until they take this home and push it to map 3, folks. Getting their first win so far of Ignite. BTS on the off angle. What a tackle there on Iffy. What a play there on the back of
no way. What a hit.
Commitment heavy now as BTS starts up in the sky with the Galactic Legend. The res comes right back to Iffy, though. Another one of those massive BRBs. Cal finding
such a great cat.
Off angle from Tico trying to find a backline pick here and prepping some of the Psylocke play. And Cal's looking towards, and what a play by BTS with some great aim on it.
Wait, this might be game. This might be game. This actually might be game. Yeah, this is we're going to a match 3, chat. We're going to a match 3. I wanted to take a picture of my cap because he was doing the cute thing. He was doing this with his hands, his paws. Have you guys ever seen a cat do that with his paws? Oh, it's the cutest thing ever, bro. But then he moved. Also, we're going to a match 3. Hey, that was a great hold, bro. That was a great hold. LUNEX almost held them back. But I'm glad that we're going to a match 3.
We just want to see game 3s every day of the week. I don't care who takes it home now. Good luck to both teams, and let's see what happens in this ban phase once more.
And they did what we wanted to see, Shiv. We wanted to see TSM roll out what we know they feel comfortable with. Bedtime Story's back at home. He's on the Star-Lord. He was able to pop off. Look at this.
He's sleeping upside down now.
Final hits. Why not, right? And even if you weren't, synced together with the Raging Royal Flush, Pizza Demon had to do that a lot for a lot of these re-engagements. Although they're
Bedtime Story 24 and 3.
Get 3 picks and
Gale
out on that first point.
14 and 5 on the whole.
Because they had so much progress already.
Yeah, so much to highlight here. Again, I think BTS on the Star-Lord is like a perfect mix.
This game was a lot more enjoyable to watch as a viewer,
also does a great
and
job
I'm
with
pretty sure as a player as well when the first ban was Elsa. Notice, this is exactly what FlyQuest should have done, but I don't know who's doing their bans. But FlyQuest needs to get their shit together. Notice how TSM got rolled, and then they were like, hey, you know what, let's change up our ban system. Let's ban Elsa first. And now they won the second game because of that, and they're probably going to go into the next game and ban Elsa again. Oh, are we going into a break again? Oh.
This
Sushi. Sushi. Hey, I appreciate it. I know you don't care, but I want you to know that I'm always in your streams, either on YouTube or Twitch. Okay, time to lurk for a few more months. What do you mean I don't care? I fucking appreciate. Hey, I love my lurkers. Lurkers are the backbone of a community. There's a lot of people who probably don't communicate, that don't talk in chat. That doesn't mean they don't watch. I have some people who are sub to me, who support me, who are like 3-year subscribers who have actually never talked in my channel. And don't get me wrong, chat. I don't bite. You can talk to me. I think I'm a very friendly content creator. You can make fun of me. I make fun of you. We have that bond. You know what I'm saying? CC Baller, appreciate the massive 2 years. You scare me? No, I don't. I'm gonna eat you. Yo, C. James, appreciate the massive 40 months. How you doing, my friend? How you doing, my friend? How you doing? How you doing? Appreciate it, my friend. 40 months and CC Baller, 2 years. Absolutely crazy. You don't scare me. I just like to watch. I don't scare you. I will eat your soul. Yo, Jackrell, appreciate the massive Prime sub, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Okay, chat, we're back to the game, man. Back to the game. Match 3, by the way. Match 3.
Welcome back. Zoe here, joined by Vicky and Ship. Ship, you seem to be the good luck charm. Since
it's scarier when you know that Jay3 is actually 6'7".
Like,
Jay, is there any chance you can do a fart jar?
Ready to redeem themselves.
Absolutely. It's so tough to try to judge a team after one day, right? Because especially day one when you got nerves. I mean, it is.
And
so
then someone says, "Bro never reads YouTube chat." When literally the message above him says, "Yo, Jay, any chance you want to do a fart jar?"
Right, and we're seeing compositional changes that did not happen yesterday absolutely work for them. What do you think, Vicky?
More Hulk? More Hulk? Well, we are here to eat. I was just saying it in the break, man. Like, Gale was going crazy. Bedtime story. I felt like these teams are back in form with what they feel comfortable with. Sometimes you have to be the pacemaker in where these metas are, right? And you got to play to your best of your ability. Shib, you were highlighting that before we dove into game number 2. They kind of heard us through the grapevine. They threw out with it, and they played so well before we now move on to Midtown.
It's another one of those brawl maps, though. We might see some thing play, some triple hold off the rip. This is going to enable some stuff that we haven't seen between these two comps or these two teams just yet. Wondering who can maybe do the spawn break or who can do the
Midtown chat, Midtown, last map.
Some of that, and if they have any unique takes on that.
It looks like both of you have clairvoyance enabled, though. I feel like you've been calling it after every map into every next one. Like, you're kind of calling those bans, you're calling the compositional changes that need to be made. TSM finding their footing, right? They're playing more into that brawl. It looks so much stronger for them, and it really is dismantling the LUNEX dive, which has been so oppressive in that map 1.
No, it's a great call, and you know, I do think in their strengths, in terms of teams that have a good triple break, I think TSM might be up there at the top. Bedtime Story is one of the best Moon Knights in the game, and Moon Knight, especially with a Storm Boost, is one of the major common answers for a triple hold, and Midtown is one of those maps, just like Yggdrasil, that typically always
What's your
has some
favorite
sort of
map in
triple hold
Rivals?
defense.
That's a great question.
The map, right, Vicky?
Yeah, that's
Favorite
what
map?
you have to do to try to break that hold and try to get those ultimates online even faster, so that way you could try to cut off any sort of exit route with the Hand of Khonshu, even with the Omega Hurricane here. But we got to see now, as our match 3 seems like it is ready, and I'm excited because with Cal also stepping up on the White Fox, showcasing that the Gambit and White Fox combo could absolutely work together.
Yeah, White Fox plays a ton of fun.
Yeah, and honestly, like every single White Fox player has been
Probably
bringing their
Yggdrasil.
game so far, so I'm super excited to see more of
Yeah,
that.
the
Like a back and forth
Yggdrasil
series
convoy.
between those two teams. Lots of compositional changes and switches.
Dr. Mario 911, by the way, appreciate the massive prime sub. I hope you're having a great day. Welcome.
Let's dive in and see if anything shifts up here. We're gonna
Okay,
have
both
TSM
teams are going to
attacking
ban
first
Elsa.
against LUNEX's defense. This is where we're going to get an idea of what they're trying to do for either spawn hold or spawn break, or if they're electing to not deal with it at all.
Both teams banned Elsa. That's a W.
You know, if we've learned anything, seeing what they're
now
here
TSM is also going to save the gambit.
Everyone to understand, this is a tournament client. Everybody has the maximum lord if they want to on every hero. So, you know, maybe don't take that with a grain of salt. But we see the removal again of Elsa. Very similar.
Hey man, you probably don't really care, but today it just marked 5 years sober from alcohol. Hey, that's a fucking huge accomplishment. Good shit, bro. 5 years of no alcohol. Good shit, bro. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Feeling pretty comfortable with that after what they witnessed with Pizza Demon kind of shaping things up together with Cal, but also
I'm feeling fantastic, bro.
Into that right position when
doing watch parties are a lot of fun with chat. I was tired earlier, but you get the second win.
To run it from the side of LUNEX. You know what? You and I kind of touched on it last map. It didn't have as much value as it normally does. I do think he's an incredibly strong Vanguard, and he does a decent job front to back, does a decent job into brawl, does a decent job into dive, but he just couldn't get to the back line because there was just way too much beef on point in front of him.
He was just getting tossed around too, like the stuns as well. Like good luck trying to bounce on heads before you get back to your team, before you find yourself back in the spawn room gates. But maybe with a little bit of extra room, and once you get through that choke, it could be a bit better. Looking on the other side,
so
though,
we are seeing a one-sided gambit, and the other team is a one-sided
It's a daredevil
tank
they
Deadpool.
Wanted this in that last round, and they were unable to put Raidus on it because that was the last ban.
Hey, AJ missed all the matches until now. How have they been? You have missed one of the best days to probably watch Marvel Rivals. There's been a lot of, not every single game, but out of the 7 games that we've seen so far, I think 5 of them have been best of match 3s. A lot of them have been really good.
It's just a consistent single lane map where you're going to get a ton of healing and damage at the same time.
And though Jeff as well, you got the now triple strat ban coming out from TSM. They're lingering over what that last protect is looking like. They try to prioritize the rogue when they had saved up on the gambit. Is that going to be the next protect here? As they're leaning into it, it's going to be the Loki. They rather prioritize the double rage and royal flush to take that off the table, because we did see LUNEX. They did ban out the Loki, I believe. Rather, they wanted to try to deal with it, thinking that that's kind of something that they wanted
good
to
shit.
into.
I mean, good stuff, Matt.
Where they kind of didn't really deal with the rogue because that was kind of their prio.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And I think there's even more value in saving the Loki here. Although, like you're saying, the double Rage and Royal Flush is huge. It's also really good for Triple to have a Loki, because you having those crystals.
The ban on the Star-Lord is a good choice.
Cooldowns like Bond, cooldowns.
The ban on the Star-Lord is a good choice, chat.
So that affected him, but Loki didn't, right? So Loki having those crystals in the neutral is essentially like having an ultimate when you don't have your ultimate, because it can negate ultimates, it can full heal your team in 3 different locations, essentially invulnerability. He is a huge pickup for a triple hold.
That's a very good point, especially when you're going to be expecting that triple Vanguard as well before TSM start rolling out together here. And LUNEX already sticking to
9-ball.
being on the Venom, who again,
congratulations, man. Nearly lost my life 5 years ago to it in August. Hey, 9-ball.
That's gonna allow Raidus to really shine.
Glad you're still here, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is the comp that they like. They have a lot of dive potential here. TSM, they felt comfortable on that last run. Do they think they can do it again? Right now, there is not going to be the traditional triple-triple. I think LUNEX is more confident in just consistently.
Why are they showing this map?
About just stalling as much time as possible. And it seems like TSM knew this is coming, whether it's from
why were they showing that
this team. They're not even coming out with a spawn hold breaker, knowing that they don't need to do that right now.
Actually expecting that, you know, maybe they weren't going to be the ones dealing with the triple Vanguard. You just see that flipped up on the other side, but forcing out on the attack.
Thank you, brother. Actually watching your stream in the hospital in bed 4 months, man. Oh my, yo, appreciate it, 9-ball.
Onto the Angela.
Wow.
Being on that Loki, and then you have Gale that swings out on the whole.
That's crazy. I can't imagine that, man. Glad you're still here, though.
Here too, stopping the Venom from trying to get away, but it's also forcing LUNEX Gaming to give him the space and respect.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know Gale had the Hulk in the bag, but I'll tell you what, it's been huge so far. See if it continues to be as massive in these matchups here. TSM getting a lot of space early on, already halfway through point 1 so far. Rita's doing a good job holding this off angle. What a pick there on a BTS. On the right side,
So it looks like TSM is actually really doing the 3 tank strat. 3 tanks, 2 supports, and they're having bedtime story on the side lot. Very interesting. Maybe Gale's feeling it on the what do you call it?
Good awareness here before Rita turns
On the Hulk.
to help Gale get enabled as well. As you can see, Gale just trying to help them from the left side. Bedtime Story trying to get into position. They got a Bishop is almost on line 4. Pizza Demon to get marked. Putting down the lamps and get the Rage and Royal Flush.
Ooh, and there's that commitment onto the Luna that we've been mentioning early on in domination. If you hear that Rage and Royal Flush and you're on Luna,
Oh my god, look at that rocket. That rocket is that rocket has the schmooves, bro. That rocket has the schmooves.
Obviously did not commit all in at that point. It was at 91%. Would have been a big problem if they followed up with another iffy. Trying to find some value in just stalling point at this current moment. Oh, full HP too. Not going to be worried at all and can clearly use dive away at any point. There it is. Commitment now from Gale.
Yeah, that's the controller rocket player, yeah. Controller support player. Oh! Oh!
Another pick, potentially, with another combo.
Oh!
Where can he
Dude,
go?
the
He's getting
juggle!
tossed around and there's nothing you can do. You just have to
Oh
look
my
at Gale with
goodness,
greedy
bro.
eyes.
Nah. Gale needs to be a Hulk one trick, bro. He actually might be the best Hulk player I've ever seen in my life.
Butterfly, and as you see Bedtime Story move around, they wipe out the rest of the
Bedtime Story with a massive ult as well. Good stuff.
Right there, finding 3 off the back of Gilbert Noodle, taking out 2 with just some haymakers.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Getting some action right now, folks. Remember, a little extra Gamma Gauntlets there for the thing, which, you know, you don't see as much of this level of play, but definitely viable into dive comps like this. Remember, folks, the Holy Trinity, we're all pretty good into dive, but, you know, Poke's not so
That
good into
is
dive. So
wild, bro.
Is clearly working.
His Hulk
Trying to
is
find a solution around it.
insane.
Playing some heroes that they're very comfortable with, but struggling on that first point.
Hey, Bella,
Bella,
my soul, you're too nice. You're too nice. I
The way
appreciate
they're
it.
holding that front line, Gale backing away. They don't want to try to. Get too
Yeah,
much of
I
that
do
space. You see
appreciate
shield
the
that's
massive
already
3
activated
months.
from
Appreciate
Gale,
it.
while Guru's flying around. Bedtime Story is looking for an opportunity to continuously harass his backline, but even more so, split this attention as Reyes with the shotgun finds Bedtime Story.
Oh, they're playing the Punisher. Someone wanted a little bit of Punisher gameplay. You got it.
There was clean. Cal going to commit ultimate. Pizza Demon able to find one there onto Tico. Excuse me, Pizza with the ultimate in that moment. The copy up onto Cal. It's everyone moving with the Rage and Royal Flush. The brothers on point just holding as another huge tackle comes in. It looks like essentially Guru's playing the peel game, but with Angela, anyone that applies pressure to the backline just getting taken a mile away and forced to use cooldowns to get out. This is working for TSM. They are finding their footing here.
I like this hold here too. The way that they're playing this so spread out, it's making LUNEX look above them. They can't get through this choke. They find Iffy now as Tico goes for a Hail Mary on the dance of the Cutterfly, but you have the Gambit that has all the cooldowns to just get away with the dash.
No, I do not think Daredevil's the play against 3 tanks unless you're targeting the backline and trying to kill the supports. But you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna kill a tank as, especially 3 tanks as Daredevil.
Answer into some of this brawl, so that's the idea with the comp here. But they wait that out, doing a great job just kiting it. Kiting means essentially just dropping back and then recontesting when they need to after the ultimate's committed, finding value after as Gale takes out one, holding on to ultimate, waiting for the last possible moment, trying to look for Logan again with another combo. This is insane.
Oh my god.
One more, but does go down into Bruce form.
Oh my god, bro. He is dominating.
That was so worth.
He's
Somebody check on Logan
dominating,
right
bro.
now. He's trying to play the game, but this Hulk is so accurate to the T. It's been too much. And now we enter this third phase here too, Shib, where there's a lot more of these open sidelines, maybe even seeing some changes, but we're not going to see that from LUNEX's side, as they're still sticking to their guns with Redis on Punisher.
Yeah, TSM's at flow state right now. They're locked in. This looks like a refreshed team completely. Gale also, I mean, I can't say it enough. Shout out to, like, I did not know Gale had Hulk in the bag, but it's been looking like he's been playing Hulk his entire lineup here. Now, we're going to see what the commitment looks like at TSM is once again up in ultimate. What a shot here again by Redis. Insane tracking, finding BTS in that mix. Buffering time goes out. It's a few, but not enough. Trying to take out the Sia, and it does go down now. Great drop back into Crystal, talking about the value of that cooldown, keeping everyone up on point. And now here comes that shot. He just stopped some of the brawl on point, but now another Rage and Royal Flush comes in.
Hopping until that way everybody
Bro,
moves up
they
together.
are.
Look how quickly LUNEX dipped. They said, I'm out before backing away, trying to wait out on the Rage and Royal Flush. There's only so much you can do, but at least try to boost into those strategist ultimates with the amount of damage effect that they have. Rue's in trouble, though, out of the line of sight of his own strats, and that's what you were mentioning too, Shib. Redis being on the Punisher, making these swap-ups, but look at the damage output from the shotgun alone.
Yeah, that's what you're looking to do. There's so many big bodies on this team now that shotgun gets full value every single shot, and you're going to farm ult quickly when you're doing that much damage, and It clearly is the right option, but the question is it enough to stop this momentum that TSM has right now? Here goes the dance of the Cutterfly, looking for one, and almost takes out Tones and forces ultimate out to stay healthy. Great movement there. Gilbert finds one, Pizza on the Regis. The rest comes through out of Regis, but Cal taking out Silent. Tico trading one. Another trade from Regis. BTS out of Tico. Regis again is absolutely on one here in the back line.
The follow-up from It's Clobbering time to find 3. No sustain, unfortunate. Well, they lost out on Cal first, and then Pizza Demon.
Ooh!
LUNEX has finally found
Tones is crazy, bro. Tones is crazy.
And they can get set up because now TSM are down to a minute
Tones,
and 35 seconds.
Tones crazy, bro.
Yeah, shout out LUNEX on that. They were down numbers heavily, and then just big plays from Regis, big plays from Tones there to just take it right back and stop the point. Again, like Vicky said, a minute 20 on, no ult advantage clearly yet. A little bit coming in favor of TSM in a moment. Gilbert making the switch here over to Groot into some damage of Punisher. See what
Also, I do agree with you. I think Gilbert Noodle needs to get off, or maybe Guru. I don't know why Guru. Guru or Gilbert needs to get off. Probably Guru needs to get off those characters and go Magneto. Magneto is open, and the other team is running Star-Lord and Punisher. You literally counter both of those characters with your ultimate ability. It just doesn't make. It just doesn't make any sense.
Gonna have the test available in the Banhammer. Using Banhammer now onto the back line. Try to buy time. Not sure it finds enough value. We'll see in a moment. Silent Blaze way back, holding on to that Sia. TSM with almost 4 ultimates. Logan with a nice pick there onto Gilbert Noodle, who did have Strangling Prison. It's all about this final fight. Are they going to commit everything now? It looks like they will. BTS trying to land and get rid of the Sia. It does. Guru finding a 2-piece scale onto Iffy 3 fall. Guru with another pick.
Oh my God, Gale. Oh my God, bro. This Gale might actually be whole.
It looks like it will. Wow, it's going to be a stagger fest on point.
And they're just trying to stop for as long as possible. The clobbering time comes in from Iffy, but then you have to deal with the Raging Royal Flush, and you have no sustainability. This is just a matter of time before TSM wipe the floor against LUNEX. They complete their attack. The PRB could help them out, but with no sustain.
No way, bro. I think TSM made this a lot harder than they needed to be, bro. They needed to get off one of those tanks. Preferably keep the Groot, but they should have switched and went Magneto. They could have capped that so much sooner, in my opinion. Yeah, someone pointed it out.
I believe if you press through point 1, it is an attack-sided map. We'll see if the same thing can happen here for LUNEX on their attack. But
I just don't understand, bro.
This is game, set, match for them. There's a lot on the line. Is the pressure going to help them, or is it going to make
it just don't make any sense?
Or make diamonds? We'll find out in a moment.
Well, that's how it's made here. Silent Blaze also lingering over the Invisible, and Logan's like, I've had enough here. I got to start fighting back. Gale's just been focusing down on them, maybe get some freezes, and we did see that at one point right before they got that second checkpoint, but it was too little too late, as you noted, Shib. And Gale had just done more than enough to be able to control that over by the spawn room gates of LUNEX when they were originally on the defense.
Yeah, well, we're going to see what it looks like now. You can see the composition run out. LUNEX looking at Iffy on the Groot, and that's going to kind of slow the pace here of the Brawl. Groot does a pretty decent job in the Brawl because you cut off some of those LOS.
Is it like OWCS that if you don't play meta, you lose? There's a few characters that are strong, but I'm pretty sure in OWCS as well, there are characters you could ban. I think OWCS, I don't know if they still do this, but I remember that if you ban characters in one game, you cannot ban them the next, which I think is kind of dumb. But you can ban characters in here. All the games are usually never the same team comps, which I fucking love about this, and I love the ban phase and the save phase in this game. You don't see a lot of mirror matchups, which obviously right here you don't see. You're not watching a mirror matchup.
Noting that this has been a really big problem to deal with. Gale on the other side. You have to worry about the Angela too. Pizza Demon on the other side too. Just making sure that you could hold a different split angle while Gilbert Noodle is going to be enabled.
Was Guru champ flexing? It doesn't matter if he was champ flexing. It's a tournament server. He has all the champions unlocked and all the skins unlocked. This isn't their main
The next victim as Tivo is a nail in the coffin after all that damage impact from Regis. tries to get another one. They move all the way up, and they're also able to get set up here. Oh, this is going to be a huge stagger. They're keeping Pizza Demon alive for now until the very ending shot from
Good
Rita stops
aim,
him.
good
Huge
aim.
stagger fest. It's going to force out the portal play, and look at Guru, who's going to try to go on to the other side, use it to get out of their line of sight from the opposing end of the bus.
BTS finding one here. TSM needs to find their footing now. LUNEX looking crazy at the moment. Iffy, low in HP, but goes right back. Stays healthy. Tones, look at this positioning behind the back line. What an exile there from Gale. Just peeling that back line. Still has a ton of HP, though. Guru in a dangerous spot, holding on to some cooldowns. Let's have those Gamma Gauntlets. Out goes the shield, but this time from Gale. The retake is there. Guru finds one onto the front line. Ritas in a dangerous spot. 30 HP, still holding on. And
wow, good heals.
Well
good heals by your supports to keep you alive, bro.
TSM heavy ult advantage in this next fight, though.
Quick move it though, real quick from the Punisher. Ritas is holding on. No judgment at the same time. Nice little stun though from the Phoenix before he moves up. Is enabled through the invisible boundary too. Gale is gonna be able to get that reset. It's gonna be another push here from the other side as LUNEX are struggling to find their footing and any impact from that final judgment, sadly.
We're gonna see now BTS with a 3-piece on the back of that end song. Gale finds one, Cal with another.
Hey, they're making it work, bro. They're making it work.
As you'll see, the ult
3 ult, 4. Wait, was that 4 ults in that team fight?
With Logan, Iffy, and Tico, they could damage boost Whales, but it may not be enough to triple.
Unless Gilbert Noodle or Guru hits a fat ult right here, I don't think TSM is gonna win this fight.
It goes hand in hand with what we were talking about before, right? You have to try to break through that choke when it comes to this triple Vanguard lineup. Trying to lead into the left side before you have the clobbering time. Logan also has a sustainability for LUNEX to try to push in, and Tico could try to cut off the exit route with the whale.
Clobbering time comes out, and that's going to be a big stun there.
Huge! Oh, they couldn't get one kill with both of those stuns? That feels bad, man. That is a feels bad, man.
With that clobbering time, Gale pulling out the Hulk once more, trying to get a combo onto something, but that's going to be Tones who finds Pizza. Ritas with one. Tones again onto Cal, and they are walking. That's going to be point.
Tones is disgusting, bro.
That's what
I don't know if Tones is like really good on tank or like that tank pool is just a busted character, bro.
We didn't see that right beforehand, and with Ritas being on the Punisher, they answered back so quickly to this composition that TSM has rolled out with.
Yeah, this is looking a lot better right now. I think Tico even, you know, it's just surprising me here on the Namor is getting a ton of value. Again, Whale is obviously big, but I think it's just the pressure.
They finally went Magneto.
With these squids, they don't have a lot of range damage to burst the squids down.
Did Swamp Gaming play today already? No, they play.
It's just getting a lot of damage out there, and then when you have that Punisher shot,
they play next.
Range and tracking that we're seeing from Ritas, just too much to handle. See if they can keep this going forward and push this into OT.
Feels like the health bar is just put into a microwave, and with the copy though, you got the Gambit Royal Flush. If he says I'm out of there before backing away, they just want to. Oh no! That is not what you want to see. The invisible boundary wasted as TSM win another team fight, wasting more time away from LUNEX.
So plenty of time on the clock here with 2 minutes and 18 seconds, though, folks. LUNEX down in ults in a specific fight. Cal holding on to the Raging Royal Flush, waiting until they overcommit a little bit in space, and they're going to send it towards this backline. See if they can find value out of it again. Ritas in a dangerous spot in terms of HP, and here goes that commitment. There was a little bit too much of an overextend. When they're standing right there, Gale's able to find Tones, looking for another pick on the backline. Goes Iffy instead of the front line from Cal. Another pick onto Ritas.
Oh,
and they don't
man.
Use anything else, just that
bro.
Royal Flush, and that is the downside to allowing them to have the
now this is not the first time we saw Bucky, but like
and they are diving your back.
Bro,
their job.
The Pain Brothers
TSM might have found the comp to go, chat. TSM might have found like the comp.
As well as the Meteor M from Gilbert Noodle. Yes, they used up on the Raging Royal Flush as well as the God of Mischief to copy another Raging Royal Flush, but LUNEX do have answers. Ritas
I have no idea, man. That's actually a great question.
Here comes Gale to isolate them, splitting up more attention, but a big first pick from Ritas forces out the reset here. Clobbering time to shut
wow, they're
down.
actually trying to burn Gale, but he can.
Find out if it is enough, but I'll tell you what, it's buying a lot of time. No matter what, a minute already down, a minute 10 seconds. Gale in a dangerous spot. Great positioning here by Pizza on that Loki. Here goes Ritas now. This could be a problem. The Meteor M gets eaten. Way to block that.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't die. I want to know how he lived.
Well, that was disgusting by Tones.
Did they put a shield on him, like an invis shield?
switching over to the Bucky.
Nice, good shots.
That's another pick. And there are
nice shots.
Too, but we're in final fight territory where the teleport will be on the line. All about these next two fights. Advantage for LUNEX. Can they keep it up?
They don't burn it just, holding on to it up their sleeve with the way that LUNEX need to close in this gap. And with Silent Play swapping over, by the way, to the Cloak and Dagger, you have even more sustain with the Eternal Bond, which is coming up shortly. God of Mischief gets copied. You expect the Rage and Royal Flush. Gale does get stunned in the meantime. The Invisible Boundary comes in from Logan, and this is going to enable the bucket reset.
Oh, no, Guru, brother.
Tico holds up in the choke.
This is insane! All you hear from the clobbering time is it, and it is gone. The cooldown being utilized. LUNEX is
oh no, bro. Oh no. TSM still got this. They have a minute and a half.
They had it for a while.
They got a minute and a half, chat. They can still hold this.
It's very difficult to push this point all the way. Defense gets spawn advantage towards the end. Will TSM be able to shut them down and not allow this to go to OT? As LUNEX is looking like they cannot be stopped right now. Early portal comes through.
Oh, the early portal to cut off their entry point. This is a very hard spot to get out of on the attack. The Eternal Bond now comes in. The Rage and Royal Flush is the answer back. They're playing around the portal, though, to get out of the line of sight as Tico does swipe his claws to take care of his Hulk. Eye of Agamotto finds two big picks. It only leaves Silent Plays alive, and there was no answer back because the Eternal Bond was already used.
That was a massive eye from Gilbert there, finding 4 after the fact. And again, the point, that early portal that we were talking about, when you leave Strange available, taking that portal right after the spawn is massive.
What?
They held on tight, and wow, what a bunch of plays.
No,
so
bro,
far. Both
come
teams
on,
giving it
man.
It's like a championship.
Yeah, because you gotta be able to hold
come
on to your seat, make
on,
sure that everybody's
man.
excited
There's
to
only
see what is
43
gonna play things
seconds
out.
left,
We
man.
currently see LUNEX Gaming, they've been able to try to force their way through this, but it has not been easy. This is a different TSM than what we were seeing just yesterday, Shib.
Oh man, this is crazy. This has been a fun one to watch. What do you think
There's
so far?
40 seconds left.
I mean,
bro,
I'm
this is like
surprised,
icing
honestly,
the kicker
because teams switch
in
things up,
football.
like, you know, from
What is
yesterday to
this?
today, but it's TSM who's really making those adjustments as the
Yo,
match
it's 4
go
a.m.
on,
here and I'm
right?
watching.
They have
Yo,
started to really found their
I
footing, they started to
appreciate you
find their
watching at
style,
4 a.m.
something
That's a
that
W
worked,
right there.
something
I can
that we did
appreciate the
get to see
commitment.
from the core of that team just a few months ago. What is today? It's March, in February at the Mega Monthly, right? So like, what is time?
Take care,
yeah,
Tommy.
so
Have a
it's
great one,
great
man.
to see them going back to things that they are so comfortable with. Because
It's 6 a.m. for me and I'm
initially in
watching
this
too.
series and
God
also
damn, yo,
yesterday, they were just not
appreciate that. I mean,
comfortable with what they
sorry,
were playing.
cursing. Gosh darn it,
Absolutely. Yeah,
appreciate that, man.
Even both sides now, it seems like for a while TSM had the upper
How the
hand,
comp
and
game is
now
going,
it's
I am
looking like they're
sadly
going right
not
back, and
playing
LUNEX
comp
is trying to
games
find some
right now.
solutions,
We are
and
watching
they're changing
the
things up and
tournament
shutting
going
them
on.
down. And
But I
don't
hope
know, it's
work
really
is going
anyone's
well.
game at
Hope
this
work
point,
is
but I'll tell you
going
what, I'm
well.
having a blast watching.
So am I indeed. I'm very excited to see how this series is gonna, wrap up because it's still anyone's game at this moment.
Yeah, I believe we may be
Yo,
able to
come
come
on,
right back
man.
and run to see what's
Finish
going
the
on. But
bro.
before we
It's
see,
it's
how
it's
everything plays
match
out, I was looking
3,
at the
round
economy
3. It's
before
the
going
last
into
one,
our
best
break.
of
Give you
3.
guys pause.
Get us
And,
in
the
there.
whole
40
economy alone
seconds
being
left.
held rather in that spawn room.
Come
After you get that second
on.
checkpoint ship, if you're able to recontest like what we just saw from the other side of TSM,
Who are
in a
these
corner play
commentators?
Like that,
Shib's the only
it
one I
can be so
recognize.
dicey
On the
getting
left,
through a
you
very
have
tight choke.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's worth
Zoe.
mentioning, right?
She's
Like we talked about,
she's
switching to
really
Strange, having that
popular
portal
in
committed
the
when you know that
Overwatch
you've lost
community.
the point
She's like the
relatively
Overwatch
early. It's really
caster.
good to have Strange
And then
available
you
and not
have
being run by a
under
team
me
because
right
you switch to
here,
whoever
you
goes down
have
first, and then you take the
I'm
portal
so bad
right
with
exactly
names,
where
bro.
that
You
card is
have
before it even moves an inch into point 3. And we're seeing
oh my
teams
god,
do that a lot
Vicky.
at this level of
Vicky,
play,
she
and
comes
that's,
from
again,
she comes from a
another
lot
time
of
it's
games
giving them
actually.
value in
She
the
comes
different
from
positioning.
she does Valorant. She's done I think she's done
And it
Valorant.
looks like
She's
we're
done
soon
Apex.
going
She's
to be
done
ready to
Smash.
get back into
She's done
this match.
Overwatch.
Just figuring a few things out. What
Yeah.
do you want to see?
How
as
can you
we're,
forget Vicky? Chat,
starting
you
to
guys
get
should
really
know by
close
now
to
that if I play
the end
Overwatch for 10
of
years
this
or
map,
Marvel
do you
Rivals for the
feel like
past
we
year and a
have
half,
to
I
really,
actually
like,
am really bad with
things up?
names.
Maybe
Looks
just
like we're
diving
going right
into
back
the
in.
game.
Yeah, take it away,
Yeah.
Vicky.
Yeah, we get to see everything go down the way that we needed because Gale is still alive. We were taking a look at the old economy originally and see if Regis could come back with the final judgment. With overtime ticking away, though, LUNEX are still on the attack, but time is of the essence. It's ticking away, and it's going to be a lot of sustain here from Gale getting the reset as he beats up another player from LUNEX.
Cal able to find one BTS as well on its own. Could be the ticking clock here.
Yeah, wait, that doesn't make any sense. We're in overtime? What happened to the 40 seconds?
And that'll do it. It looks like TSM have figured out their comp, bounce back, and take the W on a
TSM came back and won the series. Something that FlyQuest couldn't even do, chat. I don't know who the FlyQuest coach is, or I don't know who the FlyQuest leader is to do those bans, but
in terms of holding back LUNEX, great showing.
That's wild.
TSM, as this is the
TSM actually hit a reverse sweep, chat. That is wild, bro.
I just love to see them being able to find a comp that works well in this meta, and they looked great. I mean, everybody across the board.
I don't know about you guys, but it looked like LUNEX was going to win all that money. 250 people were going to win 4.2 million, but TSM with 300 people
everybody had influence in that game.
Wins all that money, chat. All that money.
And maybe something going on the other side. Hopefully figuring that out, though, with LUNEX seeing Rita still shining on this team. This has been a very standout player to me, Shib. And you look on the other side, the goal.
Hey, wait! I told you guys to bet on TSM to win money. You're welcome. Everyone that said, J3, I'm never trusting you again. J3, you suck. You lost all my money. Flark you.
So far, it's like everybody is taking